coming at you live about my thoughts on this war situation that's happening. You know what I'm saying? Sure, some of y'all can say y'all don't give a fuck, you know what I mean? But that's cool. That's your opinion. Because right now we're talking constitutions and articles of the Constitution and how our many offices and this um, judiciary system has been still moving forward, you know what I'm saying, Shu, and abandoning us as citizens to our rights to due process. You know what I'm saying? The due processes. And we have a radical um, president that's not not cut to even sit or step foot in the office. And these are my opinions again too alone, from my basic understandings of everything. Um, from the beginning, I've been noticing that Donald Trump has been um, strategically um, moving with some diabolical person or party behind him. Maybe not him exactly, because it's not. Let's give credit where credit is due. Um, because he's not a super lawyer. He's just a public figure person that's been publicly everywhere having a public opinion, due to the loftiness of nepotisms that's been held in America for the longest. And if you don't know what nepotism is, that means the brotherly love, the KKK, and the white supremacies, and the um, vast, immediate, expeditious expansion of the United States due to slavery, that turned into a racism type situation. Um, Racism meaning, you know what I'm saying, shoot, um, power, genocide, to genocide, create a genocide, or um, subjugate um, another human to being their slave, based off of a lot of trial and errors because they couldn't keep the Indians as slave because they knew how to get around. They knew this land better than the white people. Um, the Italians and stuff, they was able to blend in and marry. You know what I'm saying? Shoe. Irish, same thing. They was able to blend in and marry, and so their slaves basically walked right off the plantations that they was trying to start. But black people, um, we're black, man, and we was foreign and outnumbered and subjugated to their conquest. You know what I'm saying, shoe, and um, and there's nothing that no black person or child, man, woman should have for being black. Cause I mean, like that's just like saying a kidnapper is almighty or human trafficker is almighty, and it goes against the whole situation why some people would hate cartels. I mean, like, why would you hate a cartel and or a human trafficker or someone of those agents with those types of agencies and not hate an enslaver doing the same exact things for profit, personal, and business. um, and anything else in between. Weirdness, you know what I mean? Um, and then still, we're the longest lasting exa- samples of people in society that have been tormented, tortured, red tape longer than any other civilization or nationality, and mixed up and bred like cattle, um, beyond recognition. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, like, um, hell, the climate is almost hard for not black people to date outside their race, but for black people to date within their race because um, the high chances of someone being related, you know what I'm saying, should to another person, either through works of slavery or either through works of the government tearing up the family structure and um, the the creation of whoremongers and pimps and deadbeats, and not to say welfare wasn't for white people. I mean, it was created for white people. True, you know what I'm saying? So I know I'm getting off subject, but it's going all on subject for those that's rocking with me right now. Because I'm gonna get to my point. Um, um, and um, basically, like with this war right now, um, it's like the similar tactics. You know what I'm saying? Shit, that these colonizers have been doing for the longest. As you, if you want to use a polite word for rapists, kidnappers, child molestation, um, pornography watching motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Um, and murderers, um, unions, um, to protect their secret of pedophilia. Um, um, like I said, I mean, like, with them having their secrets, yeah, that plays one key element of things. That plays one thing, one set of roles and rollouts and stuff. Um, but the plan was always the plan, because whether if we was cool with Donald Trump being a pedophile or that his whole cabinet being a whole um, case of human traffickers and subordinates and enablers, we can't really like get to the point where we're like saying fuck that, you know what I mean? Cause you know what I'm saying, shoot, they would have been doing these same things regardless. The plan is the plan. You know what I'm saying? So every time they walk into the office with a suit, or acknowledge the job's title, you know what I'm saying? So this is what they already signed up for. This is preordained in their ministries, um, whether we're part of the plan or not. And again, and as the way how plans work, um, they usually tend to work with you or without you. You know what I'm saying? And when they happen, it's either you know or you don't, or you're able to defend or you can't. And you know, with Africa, had no navy. We was sweet meat in the village. You know what I'm saying? While they was creating their diabolical plans to structure on how to tear down the black man, knowing that he would fight and die for his people, knowing that he would fight and die for his wife, children, family. They use those the same exact things and tactics to begin the process of elimination. Because they definitely during that time frame cared less about their women and already adapted to not caring about their women or anyone else around them or from them or with their same bloodline. If they wasn't kings or queens or soon to be, you know. Um, and so that's how the brother Tree and King Leopold got that whole situation off. Um, by holding women hostage and forcing the men into free labor, and that's how they got the early start. So you know, you could be asleep when the giants around, or wake a sleeping giant. You know what I mean? And find out, but knowledge is key, and I mean like, and I was reading something, I was watching something somewhere. Um, brother was saying some real shit. He was saying like you could be um, there's many ways to be a punk. You know what I'm saying? You could be um, ignorant about something and get punked into something else, and that's not your fault. But one way to protect yourself from being punked is to have knowledge and being aware of certain elements of things. And I'm saying you could be ready for everything. You know what I'm saying? But um, if you choose to be punked and you know all these things, by you choose to be, you're a real punk when you choose to be punked by having the knowledge and do nothing about it and letting yourself get punked. Because ain't nobody with knowledge gonna get punked. That's like if I tell you I'm selling you a pack of 50 straws for $20, you're gonna either be punked and buy it or not. You know what I mean? But and if you in a situation, you know what I'm saying, shoot, you gotta take care of your people. You gotta watch everybody because it's a new game out here. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta take care of everybody that's around you, the older people, young people, the women, and men gotta take care of men too. We gotta take care of each other too. You know what I'm saying? But not like on no 50 Cent shit. You know what I'm saying? But you know, because I mean, I can't stand the comfort of being in the company of a lot of men. I mean, like it's just weird. Like I'm like, nah, let me get around some females. But anyway, but keep that in mind. You know what I'm saying? That's a key point. You know what I'm saying? It's the individuality. You know what I'm saying? Should and stand firm. You know what I mean? And not being a victim as well. Um, but continuing on a serious note, um, this guy is Trump is really like his advisors. They're strategically doing these things to where, um, okay, say you already have an organization that they're part of, that they became the top honcho at. Cool. Now they got this little evil guy that's been tagging along with them or linked up with them to increase their agenda. And they say, look, fuck it, look, we're gonna, since we already know, in order for you over here to make this action happen, this person in the middle has to be present at this point in time. And the only way this person in the middle can't be present at this point in time is if he's all the way over here dealing with the 10,000 different things. like when Trump was filing like all these different motions. So when people wasn't able to be where they're supposed to be because a person is only one person and the system is the system and it's outdated, it still doesn't. It still is a system that doesn't even use technology nor common sense and is built off of England's law that we supposedly had fought and supposed to be away from, fought to get away from. You know what I mean? But they kept the same facilitation, same um, facility structure instead of adding anything else. Nobody's seen in that time to like, okay, well, now we could do this stuff on our own. We just do what we're doing. That's like how we was doing there, but it's just under a new name and new game, basically. So, um, um, that left room for a lot of loopholes because now it's a debate between back and forth. Like, you know what I'm saying? Shoot, hey, I thought we didn't like being oppressed or being told that we have no rights or being thrown in a dungeon and our due rights to due process is limited to us. You know what I mean? I mean, like we gotta really like call these situations out. You know what I mean? We really gotta call these situations out. Have a system where we could call them out too as well, and them not take it as if, oh, you trying to knock me off my high horse when all you did was fill out an application. You haven't really shown that you in your lifetime have earned to be there. You know what I'm saying? Because there's crimes that get committed all the time that nobody investigates. And the only way we can have power to investigate these types of crimes and assure ourselves that we're talking to people that are upstanding in the community is by having their DNA on file. We have to have their DNAs on file in order to move forward. That's new America. You know what I'm saying? Shit, they ain't gotta stop being racist. They ain't gotta stop doing none of the personal shit that they want to do. But long as they got their DNAs, we got their DNA on files, and that's gonna keep them calm, cool, and collected with how much or how much of hell Hitler shit um, they get on. You know what I mean? Or try to make a fool out of America. Because, like I said, I mean, like, I look at it as, you know what I'm saying, they're purposely trying to strategically disarm America to be able to defend itself. Because if one person has to be in that same room at the same time, and in order for whatever the president is trying to do to be stopped, then but they're over here preoccupied over here and can't physically make it there in the time frame that it states, then guess what? We have a tyrant, and there's definitely like rules in America that I mean I know for sure that um, we as individuals can't file like frivolous grievances or emotions. You know what I'm saying? Um, without facing penalties. You know what I'm saying? In the courts. But yet, you know what I'm saying? It's like he's playing. He's using all the loopholes to come off unassuming and do these things to people. So and get whatever agenda he's really trying to get off. You know what I mean? Out of the 300 motions he filed, probably like maybe 10 of them is linked into what he really want and really want to get done. But the other 500, other other 200 um, are made intentionally to stall for lengths of time, so people aren't in the same room, and to separate and better disarm America, and for them to cause chaos and yes, yes, and for them to cause chaos and for them to continue to cause chaos. And these same tactics is what I see happening even as they're attacking people overseas. You know what I'm saying? Shit, now I'm expanding to the overseas Iran shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, what I'm seeing is that they're doing the same thing, but and instead of motions, they're using missiles and bombs and death. Um, they're taking out leaders and then um, systems that would um, be needed to be in place to elect other officials to be officials. You know what I'm saying? Shoot. Um, and um, and pick new leaders and make and create situations where they have to forfeit. And if they forfeit, then now Donald Trump wants to personally pick whoever he wants to be part of, be their new leader. And um, you might say, yeah, well, shit, well, hell, then he's gonna pick somebody that's gonna work for him. Exactly, cool. But the bigger picture is these three other heads that's out there of world leaders. You know, you got China, you got Russia, and you got um, South Korea. That South Korean president, Kim Jong Il. You know what I'm saying? So you got those motherfuckers right there. No disrespect to any of them, but just saying, you got those motherfuckers right there, and they're using Trump as a puppet to bring so the puppet Trump can come in as like a fourth horseman with his regime and undo America and reign just like that, just like and stand amongst them like the four fingers, just like that. And all saying over the world, while the world's just blowing up and creating all types of chaos and shit and miss relays until hell, maybe they don't even plan on Trump to even survive in this. Hell, they could probably they got it set up to where his son could probably step in and be the true fifth horseman. You know what I'm saying? So meanwhile, while Trump's position in power and era in power in America looks like it's there to defend, but it's really set to collapse and be conquered by the three that I was telling you about and divided the world into those situations. You know what I mean? Because once they're in, um, and it's just us up to us to defend. But then once they really get into the position of command and they've already got all their people set up um, to being the ones who our military has to answer to, and they get given instructions from these individuals like, okay, we're in control now. You listen to us. We're the chief in command. You only respond to the chief of the command, and it is us. And they start attacking whoever they want to attack, or to drop the flag of America, and whatever new flag comes up, and you know, that's really like um, somewhat like a best case scenario. Worst case scenario, they blow the fucking shit, all this whole shit to the sky hell. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, and nobody lives. That's worst case scenario. But the better case scenario, the worst case scenario, the better case scenario to that comparison in comparison to that would be um, them picking and choosing who's gonna live. If they want to kill off black people and Muslims, then that's what they could be set up to do. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, if they want to kill off um, whoever they want to kill off, you know what I'm saying? Shoot, but they definitely gonna have to leave people to be slaves. You know what I'm saying? Should enslave the rest of the world. Everything's become communist, just like Kim Jong, like South Korea. I mean, like, and basically, I think at that point they'll be just killing off rebellious people who like myself, who would probably, you know what I'm saying, should tell them motherfucker quick, go fuck themselves once they start fucking with shit. You know what I mean? And you know, this will be the last type of message that you'll see. They'll probably erase it or whatever off of YouTube, whatever. Control YouTube. That's just the predictions. You know what I'm saying? I'm not no psychic. I'm not the smartest man in the world, but from here, it looked like Smokey over there taking a shit, trying to take a shit.